A thriving startup community is important for Cincinnati because Cincinnati has always been a driving force for innovation throughout our history. Cincinnati, again, is ripe to be that engine to help drive innovation in this ecosystem. We have great universities, we have great companies to all fuel that energy, and so when that technology comes about and the new innovation comes about, you can feed those directly into the large corporations that touch the world every single day.
Having a thriving startup community in Cincinnati is critical for our long-term economic vitality. As an individual and a working mother who moved here after almost 2 decades living and working in Manhattan, I found myself in Cincinnati. And you might ask why. Well, let me tell you a little bit about this place. First, it's the heartbeat of the nation. When you come to a community like Cincinnati and the greater Cincinnati region, what you find is everyone is willing to help. And it's why I brought my family here. It's why I moved my career here. USA Today ranked us as one of the top places for millennials to live. The second year I moved here from New York City, the New York Times had us in the top 10 list of the 52 places to visit in the year.
We have a half a dozen Fortune 500 companies, and 3 of those are financial services and insurance. You've got companies like Procter & Gamble and Kroger, who are at the epicenter of retailing, branding, and customer understanding. And companies like these, they're going to be your customers, your investors, your mentors.
So customers, talent, and money are the 3 things that a startup needs. And you'll find all of those here in Greater Cincinnati. So in this instance, if you want to talk about FinTech, we've got a concentration of InsurTech and FinTech here, from Western Southern, Cincinnati Financial, Fifth Third Bank, US Bank, PNC. They all have a significant presence here in the Greater Cincinnati region.
A lot of companies these days do lean on startups. And specifically within FinTech, there's a big trend for financial services companies to lean heavily on partnerships with FinTechs. And a good startup ecosystem of domain expertise, technical expertise, kind of pushing the boundaries into what's new, is ultimately the future wave of how big corporations are going to continue to evolve and invest into new technology and new ecosystems. The corporations that are headquartered here, Fortune 500 kind of focus, they bring a lot of talent into the city and they stay here.
Centrifuge is a startup catalyst that combines services for startups, a syndicated fund of funds of about $115 million in invested capital, and services for big companies that help them think and act like a startup. I'm a California native. In fact, I went to school in the Silicon Valley. I decided to locate my company in Cincinnati because the advantages are absolutely tremendous. Cost of living, supportive ecosystem, access to talent, access to big companies that are hungry to do pilots.
There's no better place to invest in the United States than in the Midwest right now.
We are looking for great startups that want to be part of our community, about building our region, but also about building our business.
So I would recommend any entrepreneur that wants to be able to start a business in a place that isn't going to break your bank and also has a tremendous ecosystem around it and can give you your work-life balance. Cincinnati is definitely the place for you to consider.
Aspiring fin InsurTech entrepreneurs out there, come to Cincinnati. We'll welcome you with open arms and we'll do everything we can to help you ramp up really, really fast.